Welcome to Lesson 8.1. Today we're going to talk measures of central tendency. So there are 4 measures of central tendency that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about the mean, which is the average of the data set, the median, which is the middle of the data set, the mode, which is the most frequent of the data set, and the range, and that's the distance between the biggest and smallest number in the data set. So how we calculate these measures of central tendency: to find the mean, we add up all the numbers in the data set and then divide that sum by the number of values that we have in the data set. The median is we put the numbers in order from smallest to largest, and we choose the number in the middle or the average of the two numbers in the middle, depending on how many values we have. The mode is the number that occurs most often in the data set, and if they all occur the same amount, then we have no mode. And it is possible to have more than one value for the mode as well. And the range is the largest number in the data set minus the smallest number in the data set. So if we're given the following data set, 65, 56, 57, 75, 76, 66, and 64, we're going to find the measures of central tendency. Now, if they're not already in the order, we should always start by putting them in order from smallest to largest. So I can start with 56, and then 57, 64, 65, 66, 75, and 76. That way it's just easier as we move on for the rest of them. Now to find the mean, I take all of these numbers and I add them up. So I'm going to take 56 plus 57 plus 64 plus 65 plus 66 plus 75 plus 76. And if I type that into my calculator, I get an answer of 459. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to divide that by the number of values I have. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to divide that by 7. And I'm going to get an answer of about 65.57. We're going to round to 2 decimal places here. Okay. Now for the median, I've got them in order, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of check off one from each side until I get to the middle. So check off 56 and 76, 57 and 75, 64 and 66. I'm left with 65, so my median is 65. My mode, I look for any numbers that appear more than once, and none of them do. They're all different, so I would say that there is no mode. For the range, I take the largest number, which is 76, and I subtract from it the smallest number, which is 56, giving me a range of 20. So now we're given our next data set here, and as always, if they're not already, we need to put them in order from smallest to largest. So I see a 78 here first, and then I see a couple of 80s. Then after that is an 84, and then a 90, a 91. I see a couple of 93s, and a 94. Okay, so now they're in order. So now for my mean, I add all of these up. So I'm going to take 78 plus 80 plus 80 plus 84 plus 90 plus 91 plus 93 plus 93 plus 94. If I take that and I type it in, I get an answer of 783. I'm going to divide that by the number of values that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to divide that by 9, and that's going to get me an answer of 87. For my median, again, I check off one from each side until I get to the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. My middle number is 90. For the mode, I look for any numbers that occur more than once. So I've got 80, that's twice, 93, that's twice. Since they both occur the same amount of times, I list them both. So my mode is 80 and 93. For the range, I take the largest number of 94, and I subtract from it the smallest number of 78, and that's going to get me a range of 16. We've got another new data set here. Again, always want to start with putting them in order, I see an 88, an 89, two 90s, a 91, a 92, 94, 95, 98, and 100. Okay, so again for the mean, I start by adding them all up. So 88 plus 89 plus 90 plus 90 plus 91 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus 98 plus 100. And with that, I get an answer of 927. And then I'm going to divide that by the number of values I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I type that in, I get an answer of 92.7 for my mean. For my median, check off the numbers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I've got 2 in the middle here. So I'm actually going to find the mean of those two numbers. I'm going to take 91 plus 92 and divide that by 2, giving me a median of 91.5. The mode, looking for any numbers that appear more than once, I see 90 is listed twice, and that's the only one listed more than once, so my mode is 90. My range, I take the largest number of 100, subtract from it the smallest number of 88, giving me an answer of 12 for my range. Another example here. Again, always start out with putting them in order if they're not already done, but if you'll notice, this time they are. They're already in order. So I can go right to finding my mean. So I take 37 plus 42 plus 48 plus 51 plus 52 plus 53 plus 54 plus 54 plus 55. And that's going to get me an answer of 446. And again, divide that by the number of values I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divide that by 9, giving me an answer of 49 point, and we'll have to round that to 56 because it's going to be 0.55555. So that 5 is going to round the 5 up to a 6. For the median, check off till we get to the middle. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here's the middle, 52. For my mode, number that occurs most often, the only one that shows up more than once is 54, so my mode is 54. And my range, largest number minus smallest number, 55 minus 37, is going to get me a range of 18. Go ahead and pause the video, do this last one on your own, and then hit play and see how you did. So to find the mean, you add them all up and you should get a total of 777. Divide that by the number of values, which is 11, giving you an answer of 70.64. The median is the middle number. You should have gotten that as 71. The mode, the number that occurs more than once, is 70, and that's going to be the most. And then the range is our maximum of 77 minus our minimum of 62, which gives us an answer of 15.